Amid this shutdown, there's another development that could impact how our government polices itself. The Trump administration is moving to defund the Council of Inspectors General, the watchdogs who root out waste and abuse inside federal agencies. CBS News congressional correspondent Scott MacFarlane has been reporting on this, and he joins us now. Scott, it's always good to see you.
Hey, good afternoon. Good to be here. It's like a fog of war during a shutdown, but there really are some big changes today that will last even if the government reopens.
Yeah, and Scott, I want to step back a little bit. With Republicans controlling both the House and the Senate, how did we still end up at a funding lapse?
You need 7 votes from Democrats in the Senate to do pretty much anything. And at this point, the Democrats are mostly unified, opposing what Republicans are offering here. And there's both parties' bases just spoiling for a fight amid this unprecedented first year of the Trump second term and all of the provocative things happening. Both parties seem to want this battle. But the broader issue, I think, that's being lost in all the fighting and all the noise is that there have been some changes effective midnight last night that are going to impact a lot of our neighbors, a lot of our friends, a lot of people in our community. Tens of thousands of people took that fork in the road earlier this year. They're done, effective last night, serving the federal government. And as you alluded to earlier, the Trump administration is now, effective today, unrelated to the shutdown, cutting money for this Council on Inspectors General, which I recognize is an obscure organization, but it is vital for monitoring for waste, fraud, and abuse in the federal government, and they are now one more watchdog off the street.
Well, also, you've covered these shutdowns before, Scott. So what makes this one different from the others you've seen? I know the watchdog issue is leveling up this reporting or this story, but does this move to defund inspectors general mean for accountability and oversight in the middle of this shutdown?
Yeah, 2 different issues. The inspectors general have been defunded even if the government reopens. That's going to be an issue that persists well after the government reopens, whenever that is. As for this shutdown being different, it's worlds apart from the last few. I was there in the chamber when they finally figured out how to end the impasse in 2018, 2019. That was a 35-day shutdown. It was a marathon. The new Congress was sworn in before they ended it, but they were talking throughout the process. There's nobody having a negotiation right now. Back in 2013, we saw a very short government shutdown over health care issues, but there were negotiations and both sides were incentivized to talk. Right now, both parties' bases want a fight over something, and this is the fight they're having.
And the problem, the big question is, we don't know how long this will last. Of course, thousands of federal workers caught in the middle of all of this. How does weakening, going back to the watchdog topic, how does weakening those watchdog offices affect the government's ability to catch fraud or waste when so many federal workers are already sidelined at this point?
Yeah, what was defunded today is this organization that helps provide services to the inspectors general, the dozens of them that exist in our area covering the federal agencies. Manpower, special investigative tools, data analytics, things that these inspectors general need. Even the website, oversight.gov, pulled off, making it harder for people to submit tips about waste, fraud, misconduct, and abuse. The Trump administration told CBS News they believe the inspectors general group to be, quote, corrupt. Former leaders of the group say that is absolutely baseless, but it's nevertheless the rationale being used. And oh, by the way, there are some local folks who work for the Council on Inspectors General. Their future is now uncertain.
Before we let you go, Scott, what's the most important thing here that folks need to understand about what's at stake?
Well, with the shutdown itself, the overarching issue is, yes, these workers will be made whole. Law requires them to be paid eventually, but try to make a mortgage or a rent payment in Alexandria, in Gaithersburg, in Upper Marlboro right now without a paycheck coming in becomes a very dicey thing very quickly. There is pain that will be inflicted immediately.
All right. Immediate future looking grim. Scott MacFarlane, thanks for your time this afternoon.
WUSA 9 Weather